Hi, good morning. So I got a question from SL in Washington State, and she would like to know about, just the energy around her developing her psychic abilities more so she could start reading tarot and oracle cards as a job, kind of like what I do. And I got some interesting cards. So I'm going to shuffle and pull more, but I do want to preface before I go into this video that we can all do this. We all have the ability to do this. We were born with this ability. If you notice, sometimes kids can see things or hear things or feel things, and we're born with it. It just gets squashed away by the world and society the older we get. And just, people around us that just kind of make us second guess it, or it just goes away, or we get too scared and it just goes away. So, or we suppress it. I shouldn't say it goes away, we suppress it. So it's a matter of sometimes it's reopening. And sometimes that can take a long time. I started reading when I was 15, and I was decent then, but I didn't get to a point where I am now without a lot of practice, I've studied with people. I've had several mentors that have been great just in different ways. I've studied mediumship with a couple different mentors. One of the best mediumship classes I've taken, which really helped my mediumship skills, is taught by Radleigh Valentine and Heather Hildebrand. And you can find it on Radleigh's website. And I'm not getting paid to promote this class at all. I just want to let you know, Radleigh does not need little old Kyle to promote his classes, okay? He's a big deal. He's also very kind, though. I've studied with him twice in person. He's very lovely. I adore him. And I use his deck a lot. So it's called Tarot, Angel Tarot and Mediumship. And it teaches you how to do mediumship through the cards. And it's a game changer for me. At least for me, it's what really made mediumship click. And this is the deck that I use for when I use mediumship. And I'm getting to the point now, though, where I start shuffling. I start getting messages. I read a person's object like a month ago. I've never done that before. That was new. So the more I do things, the more you kind of use that psychic muscle, the more things start coming through and you start developing things. And sometimes it's a matter of taking a class or getting I have a certification in tarot and oracle that I did through Hay House. And that's where, when I did that certification, I met Denise Lynn had a section on there where we met our tarot guide, our tarot and oracle guide, and we met our guardian of our deck, or decks. Mine is in charge of all my decks because I have 80 decks. I'm not going to do a guardian for each deck. That's just bananas. And I've also done meditations where I've met extra spirit guides that are helping me on my journey. So sometimes it's a matter too of just doing these different these different meditations where you're meeting these extra guides that are helping you, and then you have someone to ask for help, and you're building up your spirit team. Because I don't do this work alone. I'm just the vessel. I'm getting the information from your team, my team, and archangels. Also, too, I know angels aren't for everybody, but when I started working with the archangels, that also, I felt like my third eye busted open. So anyway, long story, just want to get that little preface that we can all do this work. It's a matter of sometimes just working hard. So the first card I got for you was actually a jumper, and it was the sun, and it's the sun, and I love this card. So this is telling me that the scroll, I'm focused on the scroll. And to me, you already have this knowledge. You already have it. It's there, right? The timing, you're stressed out about timing for some reason. It's like I don't know if you're trying to force the timing or you're feeling like it's taking too long for certain things to develop. I feel you on that. It took me, several years to develop my mediumship skills. It really did. So I feel like there's a timing issue where you're kind of stressed out about time. I also feel that, and I don't know if it's two other readers or people that you know, but I feel that there's people that have made you doubt your ability, because here's the two people right together, and then here's you kind of doubtful. And I don't know if somebody said something, or there's people that are like, no, or maybe it's even you being like, I'm not as good as these two. I don't know. It could just be you. It could not be them being mean to you. It's hard when I can't actually talk to you, but to get more info. But I feel but you also have the foundation. Look at the foundation here. The foundation, the rocks, it's in place. The foundation is there. For some reason, you're feeling defeated and second guessing yourself, not sure if it's two people that are making you feel that way or if you're comparing yourself to them. Time, you're stressed out about time. you really want this to happen and it's not happening in your time frame, which I completely understand. If you feel that way, I would take a class. I would do something that would help, that helps. That's what I did. So, and it really does work. It helps you develop new skills and it gets you practicing a lot too. And then the scroll is the knowledge, okay? So that was my jumper. And then I pulled 2 other cards that came out together. So the one of them's a jumper. I count that as a jumper. So the first one I actually pulled though is the King of Fire. And I was getting vibes from this that I feel that somebody is going to help you. I feel that this person's very theatrical. They're in the spotlight a little bit. They, I really feel that they have like Leo energy or a fire sign, or maybe you're going to meet them in Leo. Because look at that big lion. That big lion on his medallion is jumping out at me. That's how I read. I go, what jumps out at me. And I just feel like there's somebody you're going to meet that's going to help you, whether this person owns a shop or they're in charge of a fair circuit, or they're going to be a mentor. There's somebody very like just kind of fun, I think it's like a fun guy. I feel like it's male energy, but I feel like he's really fun and very fiery. And this actually describes my mentor, Radley, kind of. I love it because he's a fire sign and he's really fun. And I feel though this is going to happen. It's green, right? So to me, the green is spring energy, but I'm also getting that Leo energy. So either this person's a Leo or you're going to meet this person in the month of August, and I'm wrong about the spring. Because I feel like in like August, things aren't that green. They're kind of starting to get kind of like scorched by the hot sun. I don't know, but we'll see. But then I got this. This one was another jumper, and this is what's kind of throwing me off a little bit. I got the 5 of air. And whenever I get the 5 of air, okay, 9 times out of 10, and I hope I'm not offending anybody, 9 times out of 10, there's drugs or alcohol use going on. Like not just like a glass of wine at night. There's a little bit too much going on. So it could be that. That's why I always wish I could talk to the person. But the thing I'm really focused on in this one is this guy in the back throwing his cards in the air. So that makes me wonder if you kind of had a similar situation like me, where I was doing a fair circuit and there was some not so nice things happening behind the scenes that I learned about and I didn't know about. And there was some sabotage of other readers going on and other vendors. And it's become like not a safe space for me anymore. So I'm not sure if that's something that happened to you. Like maybe you were reading somewhere or you were studying somewhere and now it doesn't feel safe because there was someone there that had ulterior motives or that just wasn't nice. Or if there's just like, I don't know if there's someone around you that's drinking too much or using substances. I wish I could talk to you, but anyway. So that's what I have for that about developing your skills. So it's coming. The skills are coming. And I want to ask what your blockage is. So let's look at that. So this is the deck I use for blockages. It's a past life energy deck. So it's really a past life deck. And I use it for past life too, but I also use it for blockages. So let's just see if there's anything that's blocking you, where you think you're not, your abilities might be stagnant. Let's just look at that. I'm dropping cards all over the place. So I can see if there's something that's blocking you really quick. Okay. It has to do with love. So I'm not sure if it's that your spouse doesn't support what you're doing, but I don't know if that's really the case. Or it's you like struggling with like self-love. There's some kind of blockage around love. And that 17 reduces to 8, which is abundance, which means abundance in numerology, or in angel numerology. So that 8 is something about abundance. So there's some kind of blockage around abundance and love. So you'll have to let me know in the comments. So that's me just asking about your abilities. I know you have other questions. So I will do some other mini readings on those too, but I wanted to get this one out there. So let me know in the chat. Yeah, Sometimes I wish I could talk to people. I know I'm excited for when I have enough people, where I can go live and I'll have people like throwing in questions in the chat. And I could say, hey, can you give me like a little bit more? But the ability's there. It's there. I know it's not happening in your time, and it's frustrating. So, but you have it. I would just keep practicing, and keep reading for people. If you see like a class, take it and just keep doing it. Just keep getting yourself out there and look for that mentor or look for that guy, because I feel like this person's going to help you. Either way, like going to help you kind of get your foot in somewhere. I know when I started reading, when I lived in Kansas, I live in Kansas, but I'm from Massachusetts. So I had to kind of start and build a base here. And I started reading in a local shop in town, which led to me doing different fairs. And I still read at that shop and I love it. So, but it's led to me, opening doors for other things for me. So, and I've also met other people. I've gotten hired for parties. And a lot of it has to do with me just being tied to that shop. So that might be something to really look at. Look at the different metaphysical shops in your town and see if you can get into one of them, because that's a really good place to start and get your name out there. Okay, thank you for your question. I hope this was helpful. Bye.